Hi YouTube, my name's Drew, and you're watching Drew's Obsessions. This is day number 162 of my year-long beard growing challenge. As you can see, my beard is looking big and bushy, but unfortunately my hair is looking a little bit disheveled. So here are my 6 top tips for doing a professional looking haircut by yourself. Step number 1, you're gonna need to get yourself some tools. The tools that I'm gonna be using today are it's a Wahl hair shaver, and it comes with a variety of different guards. It cost me about 20 bucks from Walmart. You've seen me use it before. It's definitely not the best shaver I've ever had. It's actually sort of broken, but it still works, so I'm gonna be using it today. If you invest in a better quality one, then it's gonna last you longer. It's gonna give you a better shave, so you might wanna do that. I'm gonna be doing that eventually. But for today, this will work. And if that's all you want to use, you can definitely stop there and just use that to get your semi-professional looking haircut done by yourself. But I'm going to also be using some scissors and shears, and I'll show you how I do that. My tip number 2 is confidence. You're going to need some confidence because you got to A, trust in yourself that you're going to be doing a decent haircut, and B, you got to trust in your tools because these tools are made for a reason. You're going to be using guards on there which are going to prevent you from doing anything too damaging to your hair, and don't be afraid that you're going to make some major mistakes. Tip number 3, wet your hair. If you've ever gone to a barber before, you know that they spritz your hair before they cut it. That's because you need to have wet hair. It helps the shaver to cut through the hair easier. You don't have to go over the same spot over and over and over again just to get that cut. It makes the whole process a heck of a lot easier. Now, if you don't have a spray bottle, you can just use your hands, put some water on your hands and run it through your hair just like this, and it's easy, you're good to go. Step number 4. You're going to want to start with the sides first and kind of have an idea of how high you want to shave the sides of your head. You're going to want to kind of do an idea, just kind of, well, look at my idea here, how high I go. It's easier once you have longer hair on the top or you've done this haircut before because you'll have kind of a template or a guideline to follow. I'm using a 1/2 inch guard in this case because I like it. It's a good summer haircut. It's a good length for me, and that's what I've been doing for most of my haircutting career. So I would definitely start with a 1/2 inch on the sides and then go from there. Tip number 5, don't overthink it. Cutting your own hair to a point that looks good is not rocket science. In fact, the tools that you use actually make it really easy. Sure, you're not gonna get those nice fades that you'd get at the barbershop, or you're not gonna get those blends that go from the side to the top, but really, in my opinion, you're not gonna really notice that. People never comment on the fact that maybe, my hair doesn't blend perfectly. It still looks good, so definitely don't overthink it. And tip number 6 is to work on the top last. You're going to be, if you're new to this and you want to just kind of do a very simple cut, then you've used already the 1/2 inch guard on the sides. You can now switch that guard into a 1 inch guard and then buzz the entire top of your head without having to worry about, going too low on the sides, because obviously it's not going to cut that hair. So you're going to get 1/2 inch sides and a 1 inch top. It still looks good. Of course, if you want the buzz cut, you can do a 1/2 inch over the top of your head too and get a really, really short cut. But for me, since I've been doing this for quite a while now, I've kind of figured out the technique. It's not very hard. You just use scissors. You kind of gauge the distance from your head by putting your fingers along your scalp and then pulling out to a certain length, maybe 1 inch, 2 inches, whatever you want, and then cutting on that angle. And whether or not your perfect one side meets the next side, whether or not that's perfectly blended or perfectly flush, you don't have to worry. Trust me, nobody notices. Once your hair's down and you put a little gel or you put a little product in there, no one's gonna know. And to finish it all off, I like to use my shears just to help it blend a little bit, especially the ends, and kind of gives it an overall, nice tailored look, and it looks good in my opinion. And bam, you're done. Just like that, easy as pie. I tried to make this video super fast for you guys so that A, it doesn't bore you, and B, it shows just exactly how easy it is to cut your own hair. So definitely give it a try. If you do, leave a comment down below to tell me whether or not it was easy for you and whether or not these tips actually helped. If they did, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see the rest of my 365-day beard growing challenge. Thanks for watching.